You were in Mysore. Did you have any mango there?
The fruit. The fruit. Also, very smart.
I forgot the question, sorry. One night we were shooting and someone was coming on bike and he's like, "One cigarette, cigarette." And we were like, no, this is.
Because we were shooting at the back side. Okay, so you saw it and he's like, oh, what they do? Alright. And then to go on to like torrents and all of those things. You mean we've all been through that. Because I remember calling Reepa, I think I've decided I want to be a filmmaker. He's like, what got into you? I said nothing.
2 minutes I was just standing behind him. And then at one point he turned and like, I said, he's like, oh, come, please sit.
As a mama to you, is he is he as intimidating? Or
He is.
He is.
Yes. So I just can't go back. You just be like, what's wrong with you? Can you just like sit down? He's like, in the first time that I became an assistant, on the first day I lost a clapboard and they threw me out of the.
Aapka batra. Oh, and I remember being scared, shit scared, and going back home. So
Huge fan of Ram Gopal Varma.
What is up?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, just come to my edit, I'll show you. And he showed me Satya too. And I'm like, do I watch the movie? Do I watch you? Like, what do I do now? Anant Nag, Shankar Nag, Amrish Mama, Vishnu sir, Rajkumar sir and all. If they ever had to come towards Tirthali side and all those things, because that time they were staying in Srinagar, they used to all come and stay at home. You know, in our house. I think RGB has gotten into me. And I really want to do something like this.
hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponnappa with Maruthi Acharya, and today I am with a couple of really promising entrants into the Kannada film industry. Now, the film is Mango Pachcha. The film is out. If you guys have watched it, please do mention what you felt about the film in the comment section below. I am with the leading pair of the film, Sanchith and Kaajal. You're not a debutant. He is the debutant. You've been in the industry for a while now. First of all, please tell me, how are you guys feeling?
It's amazing. How are you?
Good, thank you so much. First time somebody is asking it back. How are you, Sanjay?
I'm doing good. I think it's been a little overwhelming with all the response and everything with the film. Like you said, I'm the debutant here. She has been through this.
Keep telling that everywhere.
But it's been very nice. I think this response and this kind of love towards the cinema is exactly what we were hoping for. And I think it's been a lot more than we expected.
So one thing I noticed, not about the film, but before the film, the usual trope is for the actors and the artists to face the camera and talk about the film, promote it and all of that. But here the strategy was a little different. The makers were talking about the film and the artists were kind of hidden.
Yeah.
You were on your tour, you're doing the local networking over there. So what was the strategy about, and do you think that worked?
I don't know if it worked or not, but I think it was one of the best things that we did for the film and for the actors itself. We were very confident about the film that we made, and because nobody has seen me on screen, there would have been nothing else to talk about if I was present in front of them. Today, if you are able to ask me questions about the film or about my performance or my experience on set, it's because you watched the film. So our entire, I wouldn't say it was a strategy, but it was a conscious decision that we took, saying, let the film come out and there will be a lot more to talk, at least for me to talk. Otherwise, if you would have asked me anything about the film, I would have been like, I don't think I can talk about that right now. Whatever those questions are, please watch the film. So I think our interactions also would have been very limited and constrained. So I think it was better we did it after there was an opinion about me and the film outside.
You promoted films before, so did you miss that part, or were you also like happy that this is going to happen after the?
It's something new, right? So I think it's always good to experiment with new things, new ideas, and see where it takes us. So I was very happy that the production is coming up with new ideas and new approach. And as I said, we can answer the questions better once the audience has watched the film and once you guys have watched the film. So I think it's all cool.
Why Mango Pachcha particularly? Because it sounds like a big risk to take, and the audiences also view you in a certain way, and as it is, it kind of cuts down as well the number of audience. So why Mango Pachcha particularly?
I think we were one thing that runs in my mind all the time, and it's not just in cinema. I think there's no risk, there's no story. Keeping aside what the response would have been, I think this is what I've been saying in all interviews. I felt like as a newcomer into this industry, I had nothing to lose, you know. And if I don't experiment, then what's the point? Then who's going to do it? And I'm not saying that I'm going to bring about this whole change in this Kannada film industry, but I also certainly want to do my part towards it. And keeping in mind the current situation in the industry, I felt like we as a team really dared to do something very different. I think that's what's being appreciated also, was the creative choices that we took towards the film that is being appreciated. So, and as a whole, I really loved the story. I love the way that it goes and the ups and downs in the story, the emotional track of the story. Making Mysore, making a city a character in the movie has always worked, you know. So that was something that I really related to a lot. And I found a big scope in my performance, you know, as a character per se. I felt there was a big scope for me to really show, and I think that was balanced out very well in the story.
And tell me how the story came about when you first heard the story, because I was watching an interview and Priya ma'am kind of revealed that Sanjay was the one who taught the story here
Yes.
and then at AG.
Yes.
So what did you feel when you first heard the story?
So this happened because with the team of KRG, there was always this discussion saying, let's do something. And we were always on the lookout for something nice. And at that time, I was working on Jimmy, the script of Jimmy. And like I mentioned, it was taking a lot of time. There was a certain vision that I had for that story. It was going to take a bit of time. So now that I wanted to concentrate on my acting career, I felt like it came around at a good time. And so this happened. So this movie, Vivek wrote this movie first for Dhananjay. They're very close friends. They both left Mysore at the same time to come to Bangalore to do something in the cinema. And again, I have been meeting Dhananjay sir a lot, and here and there, and that's the only thing that we know how to discuss is cinema. And that's when he felt like, okay, maybe this script could be good for him. And that is when he suggested Vivek to narrate the story to me. And this was 2 years back.
Okay.
Yeah, it might just be a 1.5 hour movie, but this has been
Journey has been long.
it's been for 2 years. So when I heard it, I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it, and there was never a thought until people started telling me. I never thought, I'm like, is this the right script for me? Should I be doing this or should I not be doing this? It really didn't. That question didn't come in my mind. I think it was so wonderfully crafted and so detailed when the director narrated the story to me, and I felt like this was something that I could really take on.
And Kaajal, how did the story fuck you?
I auditioned for it. Actually, Sudeep sir recommended my name to the team. He watched my previous film Pepe, and he thought that I suit this character, so he recommended my name. And then Viveka sir texted me saying, "We are coming up with such film. Would you like to audition?" I was like, of course I will audition. So yeah, that's how I'm part of this film. Very happy.
So Mysore as a city has a very romantic aura to it, song. And the song too kind of emulates that, everything you captured, all the places, landmarks you captured there over there. So how was it shooting that?
I think the best part about Mysore is that you can reach any shooting location in just a matter of 15 to 20 minutes, you know. So it gives you a lot of peace, you know. You reach the set without being frustrated with a traffic signal or a bad road there. So as a whole, shooting in Mysore was such a wonderful experience. I think as actors, that is one thing that we're so lucky that we get to explore cities through a film, you know. And Mysore is just a few hours away, and I've never seen that city the way I did with this movie. The kind of places that we shot, the kind of places that we went to. Majority of our shoots were at night, so to be a part of that calmness was a wonderful experience. And there's so much of heritage and so much, and like you said, it's been portrayed as this more city which is calm and, you know, beautiful and all of that stuff. But every city has an underbelly, you know. So it was wonderful to. I don't think any movie has explored Mysore the way that we have, and I can very confidently say it, be it the concept or the places that we've shot in. So that was nice. I mean, it was nice to also show that every city has two sides. You know, as one is when the sun is up, and one is when the sun goes down. They're two very different parts of every city.
And Kaajal?
I had a great time. Like, I have also not explored Mysore the way we did while shooting, so it was a lot of fun, and the song has come out so well. I think the credit goes to Chalin sir and Harsha Master who choreographed our song. They shown us so beautifully, and even while shooting the song, it was extremely beautiful because there was no one, like hardly few people on set, right? And Mysore at night, it looks so beautiful, feels so good, and yeah, it was amazing with him also. It was a lot of fun.
So one thing I noticed, you call yourself a technician first. Was it challenging to capture Mysore's 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, aura in 2024, 5?
I think I think that city is also, and many parts of the city is still stuck in time, which is, I think, wonderful. They've not let go of their heritage. The government there has been, very hell-bent on maintaining certain parts the way that it is meant to be. If you change Mysore, then that whole thing of being a heritage city is gone. So, keeping that in mind, I think our production designer, Vishwas sir, he's done a wonderful job. I think the first time I felt like, okay, we're on the right track is when I saw the CD shop. It was so nice to see that. Keep it that, or even Suji.com, the tea stall where Suji works. It was so nice, and he also went 2-3 days prior to Mysore with the director. The director showed that adda that he used to go to. It was exactly like that. It was very close to the hotel that we were staying in. And it was exactly like that. And he went there, he studied that entire geography of how people come in and go, where they sit, what they do. And I think the production designer also did a lot to help us with that, the kind of locations that we found and everything. So I don't think it was difficult. Like I said, that city was stuck in time, so we just had to go to the right places to shoot that.
I'm somebody who grew up in Mysore, so if not for anything, the tea stall showed in the film was very accurate because that is definitely one part of the city which has remained the same.
It felt so real also, even the smallest property in the tea stall, so authentic. Like I remember when one night we were shooting and someone was coming on bike and he's like, "One cigarette cigutta." And we were like, "No, this is."
Because we were shooting at the back side. Okay, so he saw it and he's like, "Oh, what
Yeah, so that's how authentic it was.
So yeah, usually the ones who go on beats in Mysore going there, right? Know where they get tea with the You were in Mysore. Did you have any mango there?
The fruit. So we've only now come into the mango season, so there was no mango that time. Very smart.
Topic in particular is very risky. So, what is your take on that? Is that supposed to be taken? Is that the need of the hour, or
like about the whole showing about keeping the narcotics in mind? I don't think we're saying something that's not true. It is very true. I really truly believe that art replicates life, right? And it's not the other way around. Yes, there are certain influences that we can have very strongly on people, but shown in the right way and shown in the right manner, it's fine. I think that's also part of our responsibility, right? To show that what happens. So, of course, I thought it was a very risky thing, but I was really up for it because there's something that I would also have loved to explore. I would have loved to understand exactly what it is. And like I said, there were certain things that are based out of actual events that have happened there. So, what's wrong in saying what's happened? We're not fabricating anything here. So, at the same time, if you think it's about the society and everything, we've shown exactly that. What happens through Pachcha's journey, we've shown exactly that. One wrong decision for the right reason might not end up too well. So I think that was conveyed very well. And if we've got to do what we've got to do, I feel like the entire subject itself felt very different from the usual norm.
as artists, is that something that you guys look for in particular? That a topic that stands out or a character that stands out from the usual trope that is already set in the industry?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, then what's the difference is my question, because at any given point I could have chosen any kind of a mass commercial movie, out and out family entertainer and all of those things, but we've seen it before. And as a newcomer, like I already told you, I had nothing to lose really, Yes, coming from a family that is there. But I think again, we were very conscious about that also. But I really wanted to do something new. And in this, Pachcha's character, the entire graph, and I think every single character in this movie was also so like carefully handpicked and put into that character. And yeah, but I think this is still my first film, but at least my approach towards everything else will be to look for what is going to be different from the previous one.
Kaajal?
Always, like it's always good to explore new things, no, new characters, and I think via that only we get to know how versatile we are as an artist. So it's always growth only, and also for the audience, I think audience also keep looking for new stories, new concepts. So I think they are also tired of watching the same routine things. So I think this is something very fresh, and maybe that's why they are enjoying it so much. And also it's very fast paced and. I don't think we have glorified the thing anywhere and have shown the repercussions very well. So I think it's all justified very well.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I noticed is promotional material, the primary thing were the songs. And
Yeah.
that might be a little appealing and all, but in the film, actually, it hasn't been glorified. There's not
Anywhere,
even any
yeah.
particular scene where it is shown as if it's a
Yeah.
good trip or whatever.
Yeah.
Correct.
That was a conscious decision, I presume.
Yeah, it was. I mean, because we knew what the end result is supposed to be, and whatever it is, we didn't. It was not like anything conscious. I think from the beginning there was actually never. It was never about that. You know, it's just part of his world. That entire thing of what he decides to do to cultivate and grow and supply marijuana, that is just some decision that he takes in the beginning. But the cinema becomes something way beyond that. You know, it becomes about the family. It becomes about Pachcha and Suji. It becomes about Pachcha and Sharma. It becomes about Pachcha and his mother, his stepbrother. So we've just kept that in the backdrop somewhere, you know, and we never went into like the depths of it to show, oh, this is how the business is. Yes, of course, we have to show that also. But I think entirely the film becomes about something way bigger than that. You know, it is, again, it was just a decision that he took, and the consequences is what happens to his family.
So after the film released, I feel there's like two kinds of people. One all like very happy with the crisp cut, others who wanted more.
More, yeah.
I personally am somebody who wanted a little more. Where do you guys land? Are you happy with the 95-minute cut or?
I think I loved the pacing of the film. Yes, the first time that I heard about the duration, I was like, wait, what? But then when I look back, there are so many English movies that we've seen lesser than that duration. Taken ours also, Kenda Sampige was such a big hit, was so well taken by the audience. That was max to max 8 or 9 minutes more than our film. That comes no point. I mean, see, like I told you also, it's better to have somebody come and say, I want to see more than saying you've shown too much, you know. And today that word, no, bore, lag, it's very into our minds, you know, because of the time that we live in. Now people are turning such funny things or such serious things in a matter of 1 minute and that we call reels. How are you going to keep people hooked on? If my story is only this much, I would only tell this much. I don't have a story like Durandar where I can talk about countries, you know. I don't have that much in my story. So I felt like 1 hour 36 minutes was way more than enough to justify Pachcha's story. And why again are we into that thing of saying a movie only has to be 2 hours or more than 2 hours? I don't think it works that way. Anything more than a 40-minute is considered a feature length.
Yeah.
So I was, again, it was something that I feel like it was nice to do something different from the regular thing.
I'm sure the distributors and exhibitors were also happy because they
Yeah, you know, when I went on
Fill
that
in more
tour,
shows.
when I went on the tour, I was very particular that I want to understand, again, because the thing is just my interest also. I need to know the distributors of each place. I need to know the exhibitors of each place. I want to know what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And it was wonderful. Yes, of course, I met all the people there who come to watch cinema in those districts. Mainly to say these were all Sudeep sir's fans. You know, they were just there to extend their love for him towards me and that support towards me. Apart, keeping that aside, my other thing is that I spent a lot of time with the theatre owners in every single place that I went. When I told them that this was just 1 hour 35 minutes, they were like, good. You know, it really helps us a lot more also. And they also know, right, because they see cinemas like on a daily. And they felt like it was nice. I mean, there was a good length to keep, you know. A movie is just something that they come for entertainment. So give them that. By the time you leave home, you come, you park your car, you go up, again see all those commercials, then you watch the film. that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know, and I felt like we were also we were keeping in mind the audience's time and their entire daily things that they have. It's nice, it's refreshing. They just got what they want and they go back home.
Rajan, you also concur with him, or
Attention span has become very less nowadays, and people are agreeing that it's fast paced and engaging. Having said that, I also believe that emotions do take some time to register and get to you. So, but I think we have covered things well. So far so good.
now if you place yourself as an audience, do you still feel the same, or do you feel like there was a lot more to explore in this film? And
More than me saying I wanted to see Pachcha a little more, I would have definitely wanted to see a lot more about his relationships with the characters that are surrounding him. Like she also said, there are certain places that we should spend a lot more time to understand the depth of each emotion. There I definitely felt like we had a scope to explore that part of Pacha's life. Like she also said, there's certain emotions that take time for it to really settle in with the audience. Keeping that apart, I felt like we've also justified, we've touched on it. Maybe not as much, but we have done justice to what was his relationship with the people that surround him.